speaking of cool stuff, Tyler Weingartner's on the show, and he has got a game that we've been looking forward to a lot.
Just a little bit?
Just a lot. It's so much. Trials Evolution.
The long-awaited sequel to Trials High Definition. Yeah, this game's great.
Yeah.
And coming out real soon, and I'm horribly.
Oh, look at you writhing on the ground. All right, Trials. So, Trials, for those uninitiated, check it out. It's a motorcycle stunt racing game.
It's so much more than that. It is so much more.
What is it, Tom, then?
It is one of the most incredible time challenge games on Xbox Live Arcade, because it's like super precise driving / puzzle, and your friends' times are on the top of the screen. It is just, if you haven't played this game, play this game now and then download the sequel in a couple weeks.
By this game, he's referring to Trials HD,
yes,
game that came out in 2009, and now Trials Evolution, which is due out in April in just about 3 weeks. And now Tyler's given us a look at some of the single-player levels.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'd be easy enough for it seems like they just kind of took the approach with the sequel, at least at first glance, that they just kind of went bigger, badder, more. I mean,
For example, you're outside and not in some dingy warehouse.
Yeah, I forgot that in the first game, like, you're just always in this warehouse, because they used lighting and different effects to get a lot of mileage out of that warehouse, but
it was still a warehouse.
It was still a warehouse, but now we're
looking.
way out in the open, and so basically it's this. That could have gone better.
You don't have to get up and over there.
Oh, but it's so much better
So
when you
this,
do.
like the original, has like an instant
Not
restart
gonna
where you
make
go to the checkpoints, right? Where you hit like
Back button.
well, one of them starts you at the beginning of the race.
The back button is for if you're trying to go for no fault. Yeah, because that gets you all the way back to the beginning. So if you want to,
Is that water you just went through?
It's glass.
this one is great because it also has this moment. I'll spoil it up ahead where you think you've hit the finish line and you're like going to be catapulted to your doom. Oh, wait, here it is, right here.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Oh, you gotta.
But no, wait, we're still racing. And now we're done.
Oh, this game is great.
Yeah.
And then you end and it's just like, here, we're gonna blow you up.
Yeah, I mean, if you played the first game, you know that every single race ends with the horrible demise of your rider.
Yeah, I love the ones where there'd be like a metal stanchion like pointing at your head, and you would drive to the finish line, and so your head would just snap back violently when you crossed. It was just.
Well, there's a good one for you here. So this is good. We'll go back. We'll talk about some of the different structure in the single player career. Where, so they broke it up, so they made the learning curve a little bit more gradual, and it also starts off, you do these license tests, which are pretty much just like, hey, here's a tutorial for some techniques. Now we're looking at the very first one here, so the techniques they're showing us are going to be real basic, like, here's how you lean, this is what a checkpoint does. But it gives you a sense of like what the game's trying to do to, for people who didn't get their head around how the game was supposed to work the first time around, just to help those people out.
And there's nothing like that in the original Trials HD, was there? So
No.
There's a bit of a learning curve.
I mean, they give you signs, but it's like on just one level.
Yeah, but that game also went from easy to like super hard real quick. So,
Where are these logs coming from?
And then
Teddy bears?
Oh my god.
and you think it's done.
It's gotta be done, right?
It's probably done at this point.
Because a train.
There's a train car. I was gonna go with safe.
Yeah,
but no, train car, good work.
So the other stuff they added in. So the first game had a track editor, but it was tough to really get the benefit from it because the problem with the track editor was you could only play tracks from people that were your friends.
Yes.
And
That's true.
None of my friends were talented enough to make a track that was, because
You're friends with Justin Calvert, who is one of the greatest level designers.
But
around.
The level editor
I don't think he got into
in this
Trials,
game
did
was really, really complicated. So there's people out there that are fantastic at it, and I understand there's sort of a community.
Bless
where
you, those people.
Go and friend those people, and then they will share tracks with you. They went. So they made it a lot more accessible this time around. They have a light editor, and we'll just go and we.
Today's the day where we edit tracks on the fly.
So many track
That's the
editors
theme of the
on this show. So we're, just to show how easy it can be, I'm just gonna make a track out of just the environment here.
This is very different looking than most track editors.
I mess around. You can just like place ramps, Tony Hawk style, everywhere. But I'm just gonna make a track that's we're just gonna ride around the landscape.
Just like that?
We're just gonna ride around the landscape. But also important with this game is that they made it so that there's basically a track sharing community. So they'll have like top 10 and the most downloaded and best rated and Red Links, the developer, will also do some curation. So and I didn't set any checkpoints, but this is a pretty rideable track for something I just did.
Well, what's interesting to me is Trials. I mean, this all the action that you do in Trials plays out on a 2-dimensional plane.
Yeah.
Like you're only going forward or backwards.
Still good.
But you made this track basically a loop around this mountainside, and but it's sort of snap turning to conform to make it a 2-dimensional track.
Right. That's the other thing they did with this game is that previously it was all in a single flat plane driving line through this warehouse. Now it can curve. I mean, it still plays out as a 2-dimensional game, but you see as I'm kind of sort of badly following this road.
All right, enough of this.
Yeah,
Taking a look at the track editor.
That's
game
neat. Also
has multiple player action, or multiplayer, as they say.
More than one?
Yeah, that's why you're holding a controller.
You are holding a controller.
It's not just your security controller that keeps you from getting the shakes on the show.
All right,
little too personal.
So, this game still does the asynchronous multiplayer, so you'll be, competing against your friends in their times. And ghost racing, but there's some same screen multiplayer. Let's start this race. What am I? Oh, I'm in yellow.
Red. I'm in blue.
Yeah.
And Chris Waters is red.
Go Team Yellow.
What is your gamer tag name?
It's Meets, but this is a partner net gamer tag. So if you friend Meets, you won't get me.
That was just really crashed.
Or Giancarlo.
Oh my god, this is so.
Oh no!
Oh, come on, Red!
Fell upon my face.
If you fall behind, you
this is like
totally get
Micro
sniped.
Style, right?
I've never
flip it, nailed it. Yes.
Woo, 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 woo.
Man, I'm doing this so wrong. I'm just holding down the R button.
Oh no. Oh god.
No!
Oh, did not make it.
Finish second. So this is not even the first time Red Links has done multiplayer.
I got last.
For the Wii last year, which was like a similar type of thing.
Yeah.
Had multiplayer, so.
Yeah.
Not last.
Hopefully they ironed out the kinks to make it
Laundry Day.
So it's giving you -1 for each time you get snipped off the end, but it gives you plus, then you earn positive points for
your placement and finishing. And of course the game still does that, as I was saying, the asynchronous multiplayer, and it does that a little bit better. Like previously the game had like this little meter at the top that would just show you where your friends' scores were at.
Yeah.
Now it actually shows like a dot where their actual placement would be in relation to you.
Oh,
so you get a little bit better feedback.
It was already great the first time. I'm going to do a flip here. Oh my lord! I pushed it. I went for 2 flips.
Oh, what?
Man, you got third both times.
How did I get third? I was beating you guys that whole time.
It doesn't matter.
I guess it's kind of Mario Karty in that, you can be doing great the whole time.
So these are all different tracks then, right?
Yeah,
these are super basic compared to what's on the single player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, just because you have to have these 4 layered.
Yeah.
Although I do believe, these are still created out of the same basic environments that the single player levels are created out of. Because I recognize this, there's like a very motocross-like track that you play in the single player that.
See ya, suckers! Oh. Hubris is Red Team's a real big downfall here.
I would say Gravity is the blue team's arch nemesis.
Gravity is everybody's arch nemesis. I mean, have you ever tried to fight Gravity?
Stupid Newton fellow is all about like, I love Gravity. And then he cursed us with Gravity for all time.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
So it's also worth talking a little bit more about the track editor, because it's not just a track editor. They have done some other stuff where you can get away from the motorcycle controls, and so they made it so you can they've been showing some stuff in trailers of like, hey, you can create a scrolling shooter. Somebody even created a first-person shooter out of the track editor in this game.
First-person shooter?
They've been reticent to have their game compared to a game involving a sack man, but it's a bit like that now.
So
because the creation tools are so robust.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how to create stuff like that. I don't think they have a friendly a tutorial on that level editor narrated by Stephen Fry, but maybe in Trials Super Great Edition 120%.
Yes.
Who do we have that's good at narration? Maybe we should make one. Tom, give us your best narration.
I'm not a good narrator.
Give us your best Stephen Fry impression.
I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to embarrass myself with that. But I did think of a better comeback for when I talked about Newton.
Okay.
You should have said, how about them apples? That would have worked better.
That's pretty good.
Not
so
bad.
everybody else rewind this and then put that joke in.
Yeah, we'll fix that in post. If you're watching the archive version, it's going to be way funnier.
Yeah, well, so relevant and timely.
So we're playing locally, obviously. Can you do such races as this in a online multiplayer capacity?
I did see a menu item for being able to play this stuff on Xbox Live, so seems likely.
Cynthia, what are folks thinking about the return of Trials? Anyone as excited as we are about this game?
There's a lot of like, hell yeah, Trials, and woo, this is money, and other
what I'm talking about.
various
People
excited.
who play Trials understand that Trials is unlike anything else in its awesomeness.
Oh, why did I just fall on my face like that? That was
It's
poor riding
For
on
our
my part.
amusement? Is that why?
see, I finally did the thing where I stopped playing like crap and I won. So there's my pro tip.
That's the key to winning.
There's my pro tip for
Stop
everyone.
playing like crap.
If you find yourself playing like crap,
Stop it. Cut
hold
that
up.
out.
Wind it back. What's with the squirrel, dude? What is with the squirrel on the loading screen?
What symbolizes evolution more than squirrels?
I don't know.
Have squirrels evolved much in the past
Like finches?
3 years?
Maybe.
3 years.
Because this game's evolved a lot in the past 3
Is there
years.
big
That
squirrel
was-
news lately? What's new in the world of squirrels?
What a weird question. Tyler wins
It's
not knowing about evolution award.
It's a valid. This game's evolved a lot in 3 years. What have squirrels done?
What if you, I don't know. Cynthia, what's going on over there?
People are wanting to remind you by people aiming me of Foamy, who is incredibly awesome, if albeit foul.
Who are you talking about?
Foamy the squirrel, are you kidding me? You've never.
There's only one foul-mouthed squirrel in my book, Cynthia, and that's Conker.
Hey, rare shout out. It's the first time in 3 years since they've been relevant for a while.
Well done.
There we go.
All right, as much as I would like to continue playing this game for the rest of the show, let's just do one more race and then do the next thing.
Okay.
Are you sure about that? Because we could keep playing.
I know.
We have to bring on Max at some point.
McBargain's is waiting in the wings.
He can talk about his.
Why am I in the water? This is
He
weird.
can like
He
stand
can talk about
behind the
his-
couch talking about a
talk
game.
about
while
his
we play
cheapy
it.
game while we keep playing a good game.
Just paint us a picture with your words, Maxwell. And not. He's made some promises that he really needs to deliver on.
Yeah, this is a $10 game. So
Is this
he
the
used
first
almost-
game he actually spent money on? instead
No,
of being
last week was the
guy?
first one he
Gosh.
didn't spend money. Can you believe last week he showed us like a trial version of an Xbox Live indie game?
Is that cheating?
That's totally.
You know he's going to be on set in a minute, and he's just going to I don't know, he's going to have his day. But for now, Tyler Weingartner, thank you for bringing this on. Thank
My
you for
pleasure.
giving me this Xbox to take home over the weekend and play Trials all weekend. And that I don't know. I got nothing else.
Thank you for bringing Straw Man. So I have scores that I can see and then surpass over and over again.
And over.
Yeah. There's no further words for Trials of Evolution. Play this game. It's
Oh
great.
yeah, out on April 18th. You can look forward to it then.
1,200 points. I think it's the first game with the new 400 gamer score
I
to
think
get out of
South Park has that.
South Park. Oh yeah, you've been playing that.
Yes.
Let's talk about Trials of
Moving
Evolution
on.
some more.